Follow me. We will win this battle with.
Check. It's going yet.
I don't think it's going yet.
Oh no. Is it working now?
Have you tried turning it off and turning it back on?
Have you tried turning it off?
Oh, look.
Oh. Yeah.
I think I saw a Telemachus. Stop. I want to punch myself in the face.
How you doing there? Let's see. We should have Bessy read an excerpt from the rules tonight. Let's see. What do we need Bessy to read about this evening? Activating. Who is the director? Clearly winning. What old fella?
It's a hard life.
It is a hard life. This is the hard times.
These are hard times when Mama goes.
Mm-hmm.
Tonight, I told him that after I washed dishes that I would look at trains with him.
Mm-hmm.
And I got sidetracked and I was looking at my phone and he came in and he's like, Mama, wash dishes, not look at your phone.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, thanks for the reminder. So I washed dishes and then we looked at trains. He keeps me on the ball.
Yep.
Got a Telemachus, the DW Low, a Mortis 005, GW Rules, Charlie Stout, Neil Morgan.
Oh my gosh.
E.S. Taylor, William Schmidt Modson.
GW Rules.
I really need to go to the eye doctor.
The eye doctor?
Yeah. I mean, I can read those names, but they're a little on the soft side.
Kevin, thank you for joining. Thank you guys so much.
Stop. Jeez. Mary and Joseph. You know I hate those slow motion things. Oy vey.
All right. Are we there yet? We're going to start this show up in a little less than 2 minutes. The official
Go live.
Got some fun stuff to show you tonight. Did you get a peek of it right there when she switched cameras on me? Got some cool cards to check out. I've been putting these this says what?
Reading forehead fortunes.
Oh.
Long lifelines.
No need to worry about the OGL peeps. Oh my gosh, is that the craziest thing? Is that just the craziest thing?
What's that?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's open game license is a Dungeons and Dragons thing. So for a while, and I guess for like the last 20 years or so, or at least the last 10 years, I don't remember exactly, but they basically had an open game license where if people wanted to create Dungeons and Dragons scenarios and things like that, then they could do it and they could publish it and they could make their own money off of it. So that's pretty cool, you know. But now they're changing it and they're going to try to put a stop to it. So there's like whole businesses that have been built on this idea that D&D is an open game license and anybody that wants to can write stuff.
Since third edition.
Since third edition when the open game license went into effect? I don't know. But yeah, I don't Well, Vernjeski is on here. Mortis005. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. You know, and I don't say anything about it because it gets me in trouble, but I really don't like D&D. I think it's...
Oh, okay.
I know. It's like...
We're putting it at, and we're going to put it with the Monopoly.
I'm just going to say this, that I think playing D&D is fun. Playing Dungeons and Dragons is fun.
We're going to leave it there.
Despite the fact that it's a terrible set of rules. It is an absolutely garbage set of rules.
We're done.
But it's a heck of a lot of fun, so...
We're done.
There you go. I'm just saying. Have I mentioned how much I dislike Monopoly? Monopoly's terrible. Monopoly's a terrible game. Popularity does not make a game good. It's a horrible, horrible game. I've been canceled.
Well, that would be canceled.
Oh, hey, I've been canceled.
Hey, look, it's 8:02. It's Pulp Alley time.
Oh, hey, everybody.
Can we talk about your game? Can we talk about the reason people are here?
Oh.
That's gay.
Hey, everybody, this is Dave here at Pulp Alley, and I am with the world's most dangerous Bessy.
Hello.
So I started working on these classic skeletons. Has anybody tried these? And I think...
Are they actually skeletons or skeletons?
Skeletons. Yeah, skeletons. Well, it's the same thing.
Are they?
Classic skeletons. And so I was working on these, and I think I might do a video about it because there are some things that I really like about this, but then I also think that it's worth maybe giving people some warnings. If you get this, there are a few things you got to kind of be aware of. So I think I might do a video about just constructing these. I don't understand the question.
I like that shield.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, the shields aren't painted. If you thought the shields were going to be painted.
Oh, it doesn't actually come
have an octopus on the shield. Yeah,
what was the question?
See, like that's what yes, that shield comes in the box right there. That shield actually comes in the box. There it is, right there, with the invisible octopi on it, right there. So, hey.
Canceled.
I got canceled again. Dang it. Why do I keep getting canceled?
Because you keep being snarky.
Blah, 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 blah.
I will cancel you so fast.
So, but I in some ways, I really like these. And I'm kind of torn whether or not I can recommend these yet. I don't know.
Have you even put them together?
Yes, I put some together. Yeah, I put about 8 together. And I don't know. Has anybody actually put these together? I've put some together. They seem slightly big-headed compared to other companies.
And they're a little fiddly.
Fiddly is saying it understated, sir.
Well, Manny Marino. He's a
kind gentleman. He is being a gentleman. So if he calls it fiddly, you can guess what I call it. Let's talk more about something else, shall we?
About how Manny Marino's a gentleman?
Manny Marino is a gentleman, not a mutant meatbag. What? What's?
No.
I used them for parts. Meatballs in my
Fallout game.
My Fallout game. Mutant meatbags. Ooh, very cool. Agreed. Wonder what that was. Lawyer hackery? Is that the OGL?
I think he agreed about
the lawyer hackery.
No, he agreed about them not being great sets of rules.
Oh.
But we're gonna.
I thought he was talking about the lawyer hackery.
Maybe.
You know, when I started off playing Dungeons and Dragons, I was a young whippersnapper, and I bet you a lot of you were too. And it was a heck of a lot of fun. I remember sitting in high school and playing Dungeons and Dragons, during class. and that was, well, it was, you know, 1950s or something. Um, so lots and lots of fun we had with D&D. Then I discovered other games that I thought just were opened up your mind to other possibilities. The first game that I discovered really was RuneQuest, which I thought was just like head and shoulders. When I discovered RuneQuest and compared it to the rules for Dungeons and Dragons, it was just like, wow, it was eye opening. Now, RuneQuest is quite long in the tooth now. It's, you know, also another, what, 30, 40, 50-year old game. So, it had some room to kind of develop and grow. And I tell you, a game that I really think is top notch is the Pendragon rule system, which was also by Chaosium. Chaosium did a lot of really smart games. Call of Cthulhu is a really smart game. Stormbringer, of course, that one's really not available anymore. But RuneQuest was smart for its time. And then when it got into Pendragon, I thought Pendragon was just absolutely mwah, a superb role playing game. And when I talk about rules, I mean the nuts and bolts, the mechanics of play, not the story time, not the you get to be a yada yada yada. That's just fluffery and story time stuff. So what I like is the actual mechanics. How does it really play? And that's what means a lot to me. 15 equals 15. I wonder what that means.
Likes.
Oh, thank you guys so much. Hey, boys and girls, take a moment right now and hit that like button for us. If you're not a subscriber, you ought to be. And you get to hear, since Dave can't say it, I will. There are much better games than Dungeons and Dragons. I really believe that with you as well, Verd. I think there are. But let's be honest that role-playing games are really about the joy of sitting around the table and telling a shared storytelling experience. So D&D, right? D&D transcends its horrible mechanics of play and becomes something much better and cooler when you're actually playing it, because you get to sit around the table and you get to have a shared storytelling experience with your friends, right? That's playing Dungeons and Dragons. Playing Dungeons and Dragons is an absolute joy and fun. The mechanics are kind of shitty though. Just the truth. All right, moving on.
Check that box.
I checked that box. That box has been checked
several times.
Hey, if you don't know, we have started shipping cards for the Kickstarter. So cards are going out the door. At this point, I think we've pretty much shipped to everybody in the US. So Canada and the UK are next. We'll probably ship off to Canada hopefully tomorrow, which is getting their box sent up to Lee at Crucible Crush. Then he will divvy it up into smaller packageettes.
Smaller boxes.
Smaller
and then those boxes will be sent out.
I'll send a big box to him, and he'll split it up into a bunch of little boxes and send it out. One question from our group: how do characters get power tokens? I don't know what a power token is. I forget which character it is, but one gets to spend a power token to draw an extra fortune card. How do you know how many she has? Brother Anthony, I got no clue what you're saying to me, sir. They're power tokens. Power tokens. Oh, you sneaky scoundrel. You've got a spell, don't you? You're talking about a spell. You're talking about possibly Lady Elaine's spell book. Lady Elaine's spell book possibly has something like that in there. And it's a secret, Anthony. I can't actually tell you.
Boo.
That's true. Those are actually still some play tested rules. So whatever I told you would probably be wrong at this point. So I think you're looking at something that hasn't quite honestly been finished. And I think you're probably talking about Lady Elaine's spell book. I think. I'll check.
Quickly make something up. Quickly make something up.
Quick, make something up.
Quick. Come up with something cool on the spot.
Well, it's well, no, I'm not going to because it's still in playtesting and could easily change. Oh no. I wonder where you got that from.
Is it on the back side?
Maybe. Do you guys know what he's talking about? Not on her back. Tome of Secrets. You may remove one power. It's the Tome of Secrets card. Where are you at? Okay, well, it'd be better over there. Okay, so for this, the spell is called Stitch Fate. And you're going to roll a number of dice equal to her cunning. And you do that as an action. And the number of successes that you get are the number of power tokens that you put on this card. So there is your rule for power tokens. That references how much power is in the book, is in the spell. It's called Stitch Fate. So as an action, she can put tokens on there, and you cannot remove more than one per turn. I hope that's on there. You may remove one power token at the start of a turn to draw an additional card. So that's how you get it, by spending an action and rolling a cunning check.
Nice.
But don't tell anybody else. Shh, it's a secret.
Just 17 watching.
Oh, thank you guys so much for joining today. Thank you guys so much. Sounds correct. That might be it. One question for our group. Okay, so that's great. And I appreciate you having the question. And this is the perfect opportunity, Anthony, and everybody else to ask questions. We had a couple other questions that I wanted to cover real quick. Somebody was asking about what is X. And X, I think it's on page 36 of the core rule book.
X does you dirty.
X is anytime and every time you need to determine the value of X, you simply draw the top card off the deck, and it is the number in the bottom left corner. The number in the bottom left corner there. So there it is down there. This is the X value here. This is also the number that's used for challenges, yada, yada, different things like that. That was part of the video today that I think I covered. So if you missed the 10 o'clock video today, go back and check that out because it was kind of helpful. And that was one of the things that it covered on there. So X. And then we had a question from somebody asking about how does a gang get a cover save if they don't roll health checks, right? Because what a cover save normally does is let you re-roll a failed health check. Gangs don't roll health checks, so how the heck do they get to roll a cover save? And the reason is because there's a whole special rule for it. Gangs simply get to roll a cover save if they are in cover. So they get to roll a d6 when they take hits from shooting. And if they get a 4 or better, then they reduce the number of hits by 1. So that's how gangs get a cover save. It's actually in the rules for gangs. So it is different than a normal cover save. Okay, so those are done. So I got something really cool. Though I wanted to talk to you about. Hold on.
Deep breath in.
Can I tell them?
Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Go.
Okay, so here it is. Here's the cards. Check these out. How awesome is this? This is the Ike's Angels cards. Ooh. Ike's Angels roster there. And there is the perks. They got special assignment. And that means that you get 3 random characters plus 1 that you get to pick. And then they have 2 different perks they can either pick the prototype testing perk, which gives them a free item, or they can pick the never say die perk. So they have two perks that they can pick from for every scenario.
That's a
And
lot of
there
cleavage.
are the what?
No, on the major, not on Jack.
Oh, okay. Um, and then there are the lovely cards as they are. How cool is that? How cool is that?
Ooh.
And of course, the backs are blank, so make up
Nice.
your own characters. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. How awesome is that? So
Super
those
awesome.
are the Ike's Angels, and then we have the zombies. I'm losing my voice here. Unit Z31. Does anybody out there know where Unit Z, that name, Unit Z31 comes from? You get bonus bogey points if you could tell me where Unit Z31, because that's a little bit of a pun. That's a little bit of a twisting of not. Oh, poor little fella. You want to go try and help him settle a little bit, Mama?
Can I answer the question?
Yes.
It's Unit 231. Okay, I gotta go.
All right.
Bye, kids. Have a good
All
night.
right. Poor little Max is having a hard time getting settled
Bye.
down tonight.
Love you guys.
Remember, one power token is equal to 23 gobbles by the Spanish. Okay. Bye bye. So here are the here's Unit Z31, and very I'm not actually showing them to you. I'm looking at them, but there you go. Now we'll start over. Very cool. And they have different abilities too. So here on the back, all characters of the roster are reanimated. So it gives you an idea about all the characters that are reanimated. They have a choice again between two different perks that they can take every time, either called Greater Purpose or Endless Wave for free. So Greater Purpose, we all know what that one does, and that means that when they lose their low level characters, they don't actually lose the initiative. The enemy does not become the director for taking out their level 1 and level 2 characters. So they're expected to get vaped. And then the other one they could take is Endless Wave. And that was just like in that scenario that we played, remember, where every time one of their characters was KO'd, they just immediately came back into play. That's Endless Wave. So they can do that on a regular basis. And then you have the characters. So there's Major Hitogi, Hitogi, Indomitable, Muscles of Steel, Two-Fisted, Reanimated. There's Lieutenant Udai, Sergeant Ichi, Zombie Saigo, Zombie Koji, Kinji, Nobu, Fukuyu, Daisuke. Very cool. And then we have the what is this one? The Kimono Dragons. So there's the roster. There's their special perks. There are they have two different perks that they can take every scenario, either Decoy or Biting Blade. I really messed up when I played these guys last time. Totally forgot about using my stuff. So we got Tokyo Rose here, and then we have her 4 Deadly Assassins. Very cool. And of course, the backs are left blank, so make up your own characters. So not only do you get the character cards for all of those characters, but you also get the scenario cards. So there are the scenario cards for the 3 scenarios that are part of the little mini campaign that we put together for the Ike's Angels campaign. So there's those 4 cards there are for saving Amelia. These cards are for the second scenario there, and this one was for the first scenario, if I remember right. So those are the cards for those 3 scenarios. So these are now available. These are actually available right now to pre-order on the store. So if you go over to the store, look for the Ike's Angels deck or something like that. And you will find these cards over on the store. They are available for pre-order right now because we haven't really assessed how many of them we're going to need, and we don't really know that we need a lot of them, but so we don't want to over order on them. So take a moment and let us know if you'd like to get one by pre-ordering them over on the Pulp Alley store. Really cool cards. You don't have to use them just in the Ike's Angels little campaign, but you can use them in other stuff as well. So, and then also, if you missed the Kickstarter, all the other character cards are now available over there as well. So those 8 decks, the core characters deck is now available, plus the other 7 decks that include the artwork and the pictures, the miniatures from Bob Birch. So hopefully you guys are getting tons and tons of cards delivered to your door. So that's pretty awesome. Yes, Unit 731. That is correct. Unit 731, the nefarious secret organization running. Yep, Unit 731 was an actual historical, thing. So Z31 for this little Ike's Angels setting. So I changed up, showed up a couple days ago. Very cool. Very cool. All right. So I think that puts me at the end of the list. If you missed the Kickstarter, you can pre-order the cards. Right now we're saying March for delivery, and we're also saying March for the delivery of these as well, the Ike's Angels cards. Hopefully we can do them quicker than that, but our focus right now, certainly with the Kickstarter cards, is making sure all the Kickstarter folks get them first. So we have to take care of that first, and then once we get all of those resolved, then we can start, figuring out exactly how, sending them to other folks as well. And so I guess that's going to be it. We're going to play the third scenario in the Ike's Angels little mini campaign this weekend. Sunday. So we'll have a little teaser video tomorrow. Don't miss that. And I guess join us on Sunday. That's it. All right, Betsy, play us out of here. I guess I have to play us out of here. Bessie.